and Charles Davis.
Brady gives now to Blunt. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And Blunt, week 15, he popped over 1,000 yards for the season.
And how about that? The second time he's done it in his career. The first time was as a rookie in 2010. But don't think for a second he hasn't been doing work in the intervening years at all. He's over 5,000 yards in his career carrying the football.
And with the injuries, Gronk, he had Dion Lewis injured. He's had to step up.
He stepped up, assumed the load, and I think he enjoys being the guy that they put the ball in his chest 20-plus times in a game.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And here come the Seahawks. They won the NFC West, wrapping it up in Week 15. They've won it 4 out of the last 5 years, Charles. And what New England has been able to do has dwarfed everything else. But that's a pretty good run out west, is it not?
It's a fantastic run because, remember, we were talking about the NFC West being the most competitive division in football for about a 3-year stretch there between them and San Francisco. Remember, the Rams played all of them tough. Arizona got involved in the whole deal. So it's a great run by them, and they don't believe that they're finished. Not by any stretch of the imagination. They're looking to get one of the home field advantages in the playoffs.
For Rawls, they're going to need to figure something out going into the playoffs because you look back to Week 15, 21 carries, 34 yards. That has to improve if they want to make a run.
I agree totally with that because even though they have switched to Russell Wilson being the focal point of their offense, running the ball is still their bread and butter. And if they have Thomas Rawls at peak efficiency, then the Seahawks are really ready to go. But the Rams' defensive front, when they're at their best, 3 first-rounders up front, hard to move it against them.
That's very true, and that's who he was going against in Week 15. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They'll run it here. This is James White, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a carry for Blunt. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. 15 yards there for number 15.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Second down following the run. Now Brady. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
20, 53.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Here's Blunt, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
To throw is Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's the battering ram, Blunt. And he is going to lose yardage here. Blunt turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
To throw is Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find this.
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Alan Branch in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And now out come the Patriots. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
They a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Wilson on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
He'll take it at the 42. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over first and 10. So the Patriots coming out now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much in your hands.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to loft one. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. He's going to look deep for Edelman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And this one is incomplete. Martellus Bennett, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Throwing is Wilson. Catch made right side by Wilson. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. At the 15. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The defensive tackle, Alan Branch, is the one to bring him down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. The drive starts with a handoff to Blunt. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Brady to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing is Brady on third down. This is White on the screen. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. And the D looking like they may blitz. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Dante Hightower on the stop.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run down here with Procise. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Now, that was impressive by the defense. They just got hit for a big pass play, and instead of rushing out and getting back deep to cover, they played their techniques, saw the run develop, and ran to it and made the play.
Pass incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now is Brady. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside.
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Look at the big man rumble. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the